Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we spill the tea on the big corporations. Today we're diving into Century Therapeutics Incorporated's latest filing, and let's just say it's not a groundbreaking earnings report, but more of an update to keep everyone in the loop. Before we dive in, if you love getting these corporate insights without the jargon, make sure you're subscribed. And hey, we've got a pretty cool Discord community brewing. Link in the description below, you should totally check it out. So what is the big news from Century Therapeutics Incorporated? Well, they've basically updated some information in a presentation they'll be using when they talk to investors. Think of it as them polishing up their show and tell materials. This isn't about a massive financial shift or a new product launch, but more about keeping their story consistent. This filing is what is called a Form 8. Which is essentially a report for big, important events that happen between their regular financial reports. In this case, the big event is just updating their presentation. Nothing too dramatic, but important for keeping stakeholders informed. Century Therapeutics Incorporated is a company operating in the biotechnology space, and they are listed on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol IPFC. They're focused on developing therapies, and like many companies in this field, their path can be a bit of a roller coaster. Now, something interesting here is that Century Therapeutics Incorporated is marked as an emerging growth company. What does that mean? It means they are a relatively new public company and get to follow some simpler rules for reporting their finances for a certain period. It is like a fast-track lane for newer businesses navigating the complexities of being publicly traded. They've also elected not to use the extended transition period for new financial accounting standards, which suggests they're aiming to stay current with reporting practices. This section, Regulation FD Disclosure, is basically about making sure everyone gets the same important information at the same time. They updated a slide presentation, and that presentation is attached to this report. This means any new information they share with investors in meetings will be consistent with what is in this presentation. It is all about transparency and fairness. They are very clear that this information is being furnished and not officially filed, in a way that would make them liable under certain sections of the Exchange Act, which is a common way for companies to share updates without triggering stricter reporting requirements. And the real meat of this filing, as far as what external information is provided, are the exhibits. The main one is Exhibit 99.1, which is this investor presentation dated the 12th of December 2025. While the report itself doesn't contain detailed financial tables about how much money they made or lost in this specific filing, the accompanying presentation likely does. The other exhibit, 104, is the cover page data for interactive viewing, which is standard practice now. So we don't have a lot of hard financial numbers to dissect directly from this 8K itself. This report is more of a procedural update. However, the context of having an updated investor presentation implies that the company is actively engaging with investors and likely has recent financial performance or strategic updates they want to highlight. Usually when a company updates its investor deck, it is to reflect recent progress, upcoming milestones, or sometimes to address current market conditions or financial realities. Given that this is an emerging growth company, you'd typically expect them to be focused on growth research and development and pushing their pipeline forward. Their stock has performed reasonably well, but like many biotech companies, it is subject to the volatile nature of drug development and clinical trial results. Looking at Century Therapeutics Incorporated's position, they are in a highly competitive and capital-intensive industry. Success hinges on groundbreaking research, successful clinical trials, and ultimately regulatory approval. The risks are substantial, including the possibility of trial failures, competition from other companies with similar or superior therapies, and challenges in scaling up manufacturing and commercialization. On the flip side, a successful therapy could lead to significant revenue and a strong market position. The fact they are updating their investor presentation suggests they are either preparing for a funding round, engaging in business development discussions, or simply keeping their investors informed about their ongoing journey. The key numbers to watch in their accompanying presentation would be their cash burn rate, the progress and results of their clinical trials, and any new partnerships or collaborations. Without seeing the actual presentation, it is hard to offer a definitive financial analysis. But this filing signals that there are likely new talking points and potentially new data being shared with the investment community. What does this all mean then for Century Therapeutics Incorporated? This filing, while not a deep dive into their financials, signals proactive investor relations. They are keeping their narrative fresh for investors. It means it's time to look closely at that accompanying presentation. Exhibit 99.1, that's where the real substance will be. Are they facing challenges that need explaining, or are they showcasing achievements that warrant attention? The decision to update their materials suggests they have something new to say, and understanding that message is crucial for anyone invested or considering investing in the company. The fact that they are an emerging growth company means they have room to grow, but also face the inherent risks that come with newer public companies. So, in conclusion, while this specific 8K filing from Century Therapeutics Incorporated is more of a procedural update to their investor communication, it points to ongoing engagement with the market. The real story is likely within the investor presentation they've attached. Keep an eye on that for updates on their pipeline, any significant clinical trial news, or financial projections. The biotech world is always a tough one to predict, but staying informed through these filings is your best bet. Alright, that's our take on this Century Therapeutics Incorporated filing. What's your read on why they updated their presentation now, and what do you think the key takeaways from their investor deck might be? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.